Unestimated things make life beautifully you see, turning weaknesses into strengths. Or how it rains with blessed soul vibes, we spread our wings. Stay true to your path, no need for other stains. Don't let them label you with their paintbrush. Rise above, break free from the hush. Embrace your power, in God put your trust. Let's groove to the rhythm, leave behind the rush. Underestimation, leave behind the rush. Underestimation fuels our fire, proving down a rush.
Welcome back to the Underestimated Strength podcast. I'm Dr. Erica Seaborn, and today we're confronting a powerful topic: the battle between insecurity and the confidence to be our true selves. We'll explore how insecurity pushes us to conform, while genuine security empowers us to embrace our uniqueness as individuals created by God. Insecurity often whispers in our ears, telling us that if we don't follow the latest trends or fit into the current social circles, we are unworthy of respect, attention, or companionship. It creates this false narrative that our value is tied to our ability to conform. Think about it. How often have we felt pressured to adopt a particular style, follow a trending topic, or engage in behaviors just to be accepted? This mindset can be incredibly isolating and leading us to believe that we must mold ourselves to fit in rather than embracing who we truly are. On the flip side, a secure person confidently asserts, I don't want to fit in, and I don't have to follow trends. I can be myself and still have value. This perspective is rooted in self-acceptance and understanding that our worth is inherent, not contingent upon societal approval. This idea, it aligns closely with the teachings in Scripture. In Psalm 139, verse 14, we are reminded, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know them. I know that full well, recognizing that we are uniquely created by God empowers us to reject the pressures of conformity. Underestimated strength is about embracing who God created us to be, not who society wants us to be. It's about stepping away from the cliques, the fleeting trends, and ever-changing vibes that often dictate societal behavior. And when we free ourselves from the shackles of insecurity, we open the door to authentic connections with others. As we embrace our true selves, we can build relationships based on genuine acceptance and mutual respect, rather than superficial compliance. You don't have to be like me in order for me to accept you who you are. Essentially, that's what a true loving bond says to you. It doesn't want you to comply just to fit in with me. If someone wants you to be like them or like what they like, and if they want to accept you for liking what you like, and for the differences that exist between you, then that's not a true bond. So how can we cultivate the mindset of authenticity and security? Here are some practical steps to help you embrace your true self. Take time to identify what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what do I enjoy? What makes me feel alive? This can help you reconnect with your authentic self. You can also limit social media influences by being mindful of how social media affects your perception of your self-worth. Remember that what you see online is often curated and not the full story. It's often people selecting what they want to share with you, not everything. People share what they want you to think of them. People share what they want you to see. People share what they want you to hear. If you could see behind closed doors what people actually go through, it would change your perception of what you actually see them sharing. And just because people flock to, what do you call them? One influencer, and the influencer gets thousands or hundreds of likes, that doesn't mean that what the influencer is sharing is true or worth sharing. It means that people are conforming to that person's idea just to fit in. And just because you see that some people are not liking or sharing the post of someone who is sharing the truth, that doesn't negate the truth of what that person is sharing. It just shows that, hey, some people just don't want to be seen as supporting someone because they're afraid of what others may say. And actually that's insecurity. And most of the time, people who do not react to or publicly share what some people have to say, is because they want others to perceive that person as being insecure or perceive that person as not being influential. But what they want is for them to, they want you to flock to what they like. And it tends to be an act of fear not to like or comment on someone's post because of their perception of what others may think of them. And that's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. So social media can actually expose how secure or insecure you really are. So you have to ask yourself, am I following someone because I want to fit in? I want to be perceived a certain way. I want people to think that I have a lot of influence and that I'm popular because I'm following this person or liking this person's post. And you also have to ask yourself, am I not reacting to or liking someone's post because I'm afraid that someone may think I'm weak or that I'm a nerd or whatever? You have to ask yourself. It's a moment of self-reflection. And that's a powerful thing. And that can actually help you change your values and improve your values rather, and your standards, and improve yourself when you evaluate your motive behind whether you engage with someone or don't engage with someone online because of your insecurity or security. And knowing who you were created to be and accepting yourself as who you are and being proud of what you value instead of trying to be accepted by someone else. Personally, I don't want to be like anybody else. They don't have a heaven or hell to send me to. Only God does. And that's the one that I'm trying to please. So whether or not someone likes or doesn't like what I shared, that's on them, not me. I'm very grateful for who God created me to be. Even though over the years there have been people who have told me, oh, you're insecure, you're afraid to be yourself, you're an introvert, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? I would just sit back and listen to them and say to myself, okay, that's what they think of me. That revealed a lot to me about who those people were. And it revealed a lot to me about their perception of me. And honestly, I did not allow that to sink into me. I did not allow their opinions of me to determine my knowledge of who God created me to be. I just let them think what they want to think. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to just sit back and let people say what they want to say, think what they want to think, but still forge on. Go on doing what you know is true to you and who God has created you to be. It doesn't matter what the noisemakers are saying. And sometimes those people who are most critical of you are more insecure because they want you to fit into their mode of who they created in their mind, of their perception of who you are. And they sometimes don't want you to rise to a certain level because they're afraid of you succeeding in who you were created to be and surpassing them because they're stuck on trying to label you and other people and living this facade of a life of just trying to fit in so they can have a veneer. There's a fake layer of who they want to appear to be to other people. They want to appear to be secure when technically inside they are insecure and they're trying to make other people think that they're insecure so people can fall on their level and kind of coddle who they are. I like to be around people who challenge me to grow, who challenge my thinking. And that is actually a revelation of how secure you are. If you're not afraid to be challenged and love to be around people who challenge you and just embrace learning new things and embrace who they are and people who embrace who you are and love the differences between you, because sometimes differences can complement each other. You don't have to be around people who think just like you all the time or like what you like. Sometimes it's good to be around people who don't like what you like because it can help you examine yourself and ask you, why do you like what you like? And why do you do the things you do? And it helps you to mature and develop resilience. So that's why it's important to surround yourself with supportive people and to seek out friendships that celebrate your individuality and to find those who encourage you to be yourself rather than conform to who they are or to who others are trying to create you to be. Be true to yourself. Be true to who God created you to be. It's also important to affirm your worth. By that I mean, remind yourself of your inherent value. You can repeat affirmations that reinforce your identity as a beloved creation of God. And most of the time, the best way to do that is to read scripture and focus on how that scripture just affirms who God created you to be. And it's also a great way of learning to memorize scripture as well. Another important thing you can do is to engage in activities that reflect your true self. Pursue hobbies and interests that genuinely resonate with you rather than those seen as popular or trendy. Because anything that's trending is fleeting, it's temporary. It's just something someone wants you to think is awesome just for the moment. Just so you can have your eyes on them, the person who started the trend, rather than the activity itself. And if you really think about it, a lot of things that trend are kind of ridiculous. They're kind of ridiculous. The first thing that comes to my mind are those pod shoes that look like AirPods. And I still question that. But moving on, it's important to engage in activities that reflect your true self. Remember that. Because when you pursue hobbies and interests that genuinely resonate with you rather than those seen as popular or trendy, it can help build your resilience, and it can also build your confidence in who God created you to be. I want to encourage you to embrace your journey. As we wrap up this episode, I encourage you to stand firm in your identity. Remember that you are worthy of respect and you are worthy of love just as you are. Embrace the truth. In 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, which tells us, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession." You don't need to fit into anybody's mold, but rather celebrate the unique person God created you to be. Your value is not determined by trends or societal acceptance, but by your true essence. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Underestimated Strength and for your support. And let's continue to support each other in our journeys toward authenticity. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Forget those who don't want you to be yourself. Forget those who try to make you fit into their mold. No. You are molded into a unique creation, and please accept that, because this would be a boring world if everyone was just like, had the same interests and had the same look, had the same everything. It's so amazing how different we all are. And when you embrace that individuality of yours, you will see the amazing things that God has in store for you. And you will embrace your calling, your passions to do what you want to do. Don't just accept what someone says about you. Please don't. Know who you truly are and accept that. That's where your value comes from. And also, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my podcast. I really enjoy sharing with you, and if you have any ideas, please feel free to contact me. The information of My email and contact information can be found on my Facebook page of Underestimated Strength, and also on Instagram and Tumblr, and also in the captions of my podcast. So I look forward to hearing from you, and who knows, maybe one day you may be a guest on Underestimated Strength. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. And until the next time we meet, stay strong, be kind, and embrace your true self. God bless you.
Underestimation fuels our fire, proving doubt is wrong, reaching higher. In the midst of chaos we never tire, brightening the world like a shining spire. Embrace uniqueness, never retire. Don't let them label you with their paintbrush. Rise above, break free from the hurt. Embrace your power, in God put your trust.